Picture this. It's 2020, you're watching the most viewed gaming video on YouTube. Not a highlight reel, not a montage, just one guy, no face, no name you'd recognize, playing Minecraft. And 135 million people tuned in. That guy had 1,000 subscribers just a year before. For a brief moment, Dream was the internet. He wasn't just the biggest Minecraft creator, he was the face of YouTube gaming. A white smiley face mask that somehow became more iconic than most real faces ever could be. Anonymous, untouchable, mythological. And then he showed us who he actually was. And everything changed.
Hi, my name is Clay, otherwise known as Dream online. May have heard of me, may have not. Maybe you clicked on this video just out of pure curiosity.
Dream. Real name Clay. Born August 12th, 1999. Created his YouTube channel back in 2014. For 5 years, he went almost completely unnoticed, stuck at around 1,000 subscribers, grinding away at Minecraft content that nobody was watching. Then, 2019 happened. It started almost randomly. He reverse-engineered the seed of PewDiePie's Minecraft world using techniques he taught himself on online forums. The Minecraft community noticed. And that small burst of attention gave him just enough momentum to launch what would become one of the most watched series in YouTube history, Minecraft Manhunt. The concept was simple. Dream speedruns Minecraft, trying to beat the game as fast as possible, while his friends chase him down trying to kill him first. That's it. No fancy production, no massive budget, just skill, chaos, and genuine tension that made you forget you were watching a block game. People could not stop watching. By the end of 2020, Dream had gone from complete obscurity to being named YouTube's #2 trending creator and the #1 breakout creator of the entire year. The Manhunt Grand Finale became the 7th most trending video in the entire United States. A single Manhunt video now sits at 135 million views. YouTube put him next to MrBeast in conversations about who actually moved the platform. He won back-to-back Streamy Awards for gaming in 2020 and 2021. Content Creator of the Year at the Game Awards in 2021. In less than 2 years, he had gone from 1,000 subscribers to 30 million. The mask was the masterstroke. In a world where every creator was showing their face, their bedroom, their daily routine, Dream was completely invisible. That mystery became its own brand. Fans didn't just watch him. They built theories about him, they wrote fan fiction, they were obsessed with who was behind the smile. And here's the thing about the human brain. When you remove someone's face, you replace it. Every fan built their own version of Dream in their head. Some imagined a voice like that had to belong to someone conventionally attractive, an anime protagonist, a supermodel, something that matched the mythological status they had assigned to him. For years, tens of millions of people carried around a private image of who Dream was, and Dream never corrected them. Because he couldn't. He had no face. He was everywhere, and nobody knew who he was. But even at his absolute peak, something was already starting to crack underneath the surface. In October 2020, right in the middle of his explosion in popularity, a Minecraft speedrunner raised flags about some of Dream's submitted runs.
The data he collected was reviewed by several members of the mod team, and it showed that random piglin barters performed throughout these streams yielded significantly higher ender pearl drop rates, Dream getting an astounding 42 successful trades out of 262 possible trades. These results are exceptional.
The drop rates for key items like ender pearls and blaze rods, items you need to beat the game, were statistically impossible, not unlikely, mathematically impossible. The Minecraft speedrunning community published a 29-page report analyzing 6 of Dream's live streams. Their conclusion? The odds of Dream's luck being legitimate were roughly 1 in 7.5 trillion. Dream pushed back hard. He hired a statistician, someone he described as an astrophysicist, and released a 19-page counter-report. He went on stream, denied everything in front of 200,000 live viewers, and said he wasn't a cheater. His speedrun record was removed from the leaderboards. Then, 6 months later, in a 2,000-word statement written at 4 a.m. from his bathtub, Dream admitted it. He had been using a mod during those runs that boosted item drop rates. He said it was accidental, a mod built for his YouTube challenge videos that a developer had inadvertently carried over into his speedrun setup. He said he genuinely didn't know. Whether you believe him is up to you. What's not debatable is the damage. He had spent months aggressively denying it. He had called out the moderators, questioned their math, and brought in an expert to fight them publicly. And then, quietly, he admitted they were right. He later said openly, "I acted like a little baby and caused a majority of the problems myself." The Minecraft community had seen one of its biggest stars go from untouchable legend to someone with a credibility problem. The speedrunning community never fully forgave him. 2 years passed. The speedrun drama simmered down. Dream kept posting. The Manhunt series ended in February 2022. The Dream SMP, his enormous roleplay server that had defined an era of Minecraft content, was winding down. He was still one of the biggest creators on the platform, but something had shifted. The content was slowing. The momentum wasn't what it used to be. And then, on October 2nd, 2022, Dream decided to do what nobody expected him to do. He showed his face. He called the video, "Hi, I'm Dream." He held up his mask, looked at the camera, nervously said, "Do I just drop it?" And then he did. In less than 24 hours, the video got 21.9 million views and 2.5 million likes. And then the internet did what the internet does. Here is the honest truth about why the face reveal hurt him. And it's not just that people were cruel, because they were. It goes deeper than that. For years, Dream had built something that almost no creator has ever built, a completely blank canvas. The mask meant that every single fan got to decide who he was, not just his personality, not just his humor, but his face, his whole identity. And when you let 30 million people fill in that blank for years, you are setting yourself up for a fall that no real human being could survive. Because no matter what he looked like, he was never going to be the version that existed in tens of millions of different imaginations. He was just a normal-looking guy, a regular person. And that was the problem. People had genuinely convinced themselves that the voice behind the mask must belong to someone extraordinary looking. The hype leading up to the reveal had been building for over a year. Fans were comparing him to celebrities, and when the video dropped and it was just Clay, a regular dude in a blue shirt sitting in front of a camera, the gap between expectation and reality was so enormous that the internet buckled under it. "Put the mask back on," trended on Twitter. "He's ugly," trended on Twitter. Memes flooded every platform comparing him to everything cruel people could think of. And his own fan base, the people who had said he saved their lives, that he meant everything to them, were some of the loudest voices in the pile-on. That is what parasocial relationships actually look like when they collapse. It is not just disappointment, it is betrayal. Fans felt like the dream they had invented in their heads had been taken from them, and they blamed him for it. He tried to move forward. He signed to Republic Records. He released an EP. He showed up to NBA games still wearing the mask. But 8 months after the reveal, he uploaded a video called "Bye from Dream." In it, he scrolled through the comments people had left about his face, visibly hurt, and announced he was deleting the reveal video and going back to the mask permanently. He said, "Am I that ugly?" That line tells you everything.
We need to talk now.
We have a big problem.
Ever since you took this stupid mask off, you've fallen off. You're irrelevant, you have no money, no views, you're trash.
There's nothing I can do about it. I feel it's already...
Oh, they actually put the mask on.
The mask was back, but what the mask had protected, that untouchable, mythological version of Dream, that was gone. You cannot unring that bell. The mystery was dead, and with it went the most powerful thing he had. 2023 became the year that seemed to test everything that was left. Grooming allegations surfaced, serious accusations involving messages sent to a minor in 2019. Dream denied them completely in a lengthy video response, providing screenshots and calling out what he said were major inconsistencies in the claims.
By the pictures going by, I have a pretty normal life. I think I'm a pretty average guy, and 99% of the things I post online are extremely normal. Despite how much I've put myself out there, there's only a few weird out-of-context things to show for it. And
He stepped back from social media almost entirely after that, saying someone else would be managing his accounts going forward. He got into a public feud with voice actor Nicholas Cantu that got physical, assault allegations, screenshots, a viral moment that had nothing to do with Minecraft and everything to do with the off-screen world Dream had been trying to enter. The same year, his debut music EP debuted at number 173 on the Billboard 200. For a smaller artist, that is decent. For the guy who 2 years earlier had been the biggest gaming creator on the planet, it felt like a quiet signal of where things stood. Upload frequency on his main channel slowed dramatically. He never officially quit. But long stretches of silence began to replace what used to be one of YouTube's most consistent presences. Here's what's strange about the Dream story. He never had a single moment where it all blew up at once. It was more like a slow erosion. Each controversy chipped away at something: the trust, the mystique, the goodwill. The face reveal didn't ruin him on its own. But it was the moment that made everything else hit differently. Because once you have a face, you are no longer a myth. You are a person, and people can be judged, mocked, canceled, and forgotten in ways that myths simply cannot. As of 2025, Dream still has tens of millions of subscribers. He still posts. He still streams occasionally. The numbers are still significant by any normal standard. But the era, the Manhunt era, the Dream SMP era, the era where a white smiley face was the most talked about image in gaming, that is over. And it ended the moment he looked into the camera and said, "My name is Clay."